Grade 6 second term test 2018 Mathematics Part 2 for the Northwestern Province. Answer the first question and 4 other questions. 16 marks for the first one and 11 marks for each of the others. I'm going to do everything anyway. Right. Question number 1. Following figure showed two nets of a certain solids which was made in the classroom. Let's see. This one part, this is called X, this is called Y. Subpart A1. What are the solids that can be made using above nets X and Y? So using the net X, I can make the solid known as a equial tetrahedron. Equial tetrahedron. And this one I can use, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels. We can use a cube. Make a cube. Part 2. What is the purpose of the shaded parts of the above figures? So that's to paste the other parts. Part 3. Write the number of faces, edges and vertices of the solid X respectively. How many faces? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 faces. How many edges? 1, 2. This one actually goes with this one. This one goes with this one. Oh. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. It will come like so. We have to imagine what this looks like as a 3D shape. When that happens, the number of edges will be, you can imagine it as a pyramid. This edge and this edge will make one edge. This edge and this edge will make another edge. That's 2. This edge and this edge will make another edge. That's 3. And at the bottom we have 1, 2, 3. So altogether 6. And how many vertices? Vertices are the corners. So here 1, 2, 3 and 4. Question number 4. Draw another different net to make the solid X. So to make this one, we can draw a net like this. Important thing is we have 4 triangles, 1, 2, 3, 4, that are equal. They have to be equal in length. Then we can make this. Part B, subpart 1. Write the number of faces, edges and vertices of the solid Y respectively. Faces, very easy, count and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like a die, 6-sided die. Edges. So if you take the die, it's a cubic shape, right? If you can draw the cubic shape and picture how many edges are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, another 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Vertices are these corners 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Right. Question number 3. From the following figures, select the nets that can be used to create the solid Y and write down the letters of them. So solid Y is the cube. If we take this one, can I make a cube, six-sided cube using this? Fold this, close this. So yeah, one wall, then close this one. This is the, we can take this as the bottom. We can take this as the two sides. This one is the top. We can call this the top. We can call this the bottom. The two sides left, and from this side we can close this. We can use P. So P is one of them. Can we use those? Do the cube using Q? Which one is going to be the bottom then? No, cannot use Q. R. We can use this as the bottom. We can use this as the top. The two sides and close. R is possible. S. We can use this as the bottom. This is one side, this is one side, this is one side, this is one side, and this is the top. We can. So R and S are possible. T definitely should be able to. These are the two sides. This is the bottom. This is the top. This is the other side. So PRST we can use. Question number 2. Copy down the following figure on your answer paper. Separate the following numbers based on your the common characteristics and write them into two given groups. Write suitable name for each group. Right. So once you copy it down in your answer paper, when you look at it, you can see that we have certain numbers. For example, 2, if you take 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, yeah, those are called prime numbers. That is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. The rest, which have not been ticked, so the ones that I ticked, I put here, these are called prime numbers. The ones that have not been ticked, that is 4, 6, 9, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 16, and 14 as well. Those are called composite numbers. Right. Now part 2, subpart 2, using the above table, write down all the triangular numbers. Triangular numbers are like this: 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, so on. So what are the ones given in the table? 3, 6, 10 and 15. Prime numbers are all the ones we put in the first circle, that is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and 13. And finally we have square numbers. Square numbers are also given in here. So we have one is not there. We can use 4, 9, 16. Yeah, that's about it. Part 3. When you add two odd numbers together, will the answer be an odd number or an even number? When you add two odd numbers, what happens? Now each odd number has, if you divide by 2, a remainder of 1. Right? So when you add, each one has one remainder of 1. So when you have two odd numbers together, those remainders add up together and the sum becomes divisible. So it becomes an even number. You can just add any two odd numbers and see, always when you add two odd numbers, the answer will become even. Right. Question 3, part A, subpart 1. Write down the suitable special names for given figures x, y and z. So x is a quadrilateral with 4 equal sides, so that's a square. If you take y, we have a figure where again with a quadrilateral 4 equal sides, but here it's slanted slightly. This is a rhombus. And finally here we have a triangle with they haven't mentioned any markings on it, so we can call it a scalene triangle. Scalene means no sides are equal. Part 2. Draw a rough sketch of a trapezium and write down a feature of it. So trapezium will mean something like what can we say? One pair of opposite sides is parallel. So these two opposite sides are parallel. One pair of opposite sides are. Find the perimeter of the figure. 5 centimeters, 3 millimeters, 10 centimeters, 4 millimeters. So this length and this length are the same. This length and this length are the same. So what I can do is this. I can add these two lengths and multiply by 2 because there are 2 of these and 2 of these. So if I add 3 millimeters and 4 millimeters, I get 7 millimeters. Here 5 and 10, 15 centimeters. 15 centimeters and 7 millimeters. If I multiply this one by 2, it's basically 15.7 centimeters multiplied by 2, 14, 31. So 31 centimeters and 4 millimeters. Subpart 2. Samadhi has 1.5 meters of red ribbon, 75 centimeters of blue ribbon, and 1 meter 45 centimeters of green ribbon. What is the color of the longest ribbon she has? 1.5 meters is 150 centimeters, because 1 meter is 100 centimeters and half a meter is 50 centimeters. 150 centimeters. Here this is 75 centimeters, and this is 1 meter and 45 centimeters is 145 centimeters. So 150, 75, 145, the longest one is in 150 red. Express 1.35 meters in centimeters. Just multiply this by 100. That is 135 centimeters. Question number 4. Subpart 1. Write down the shaded part as a fraction. Altogether there are 4 equal parts. 1 is shaded, so 1 upon 4. Question number 2. Write down 2 unit fractions. Unit fractions are fractions where the numerator is 1. So you can write 1 half, 1/3. Or any other fraction where the numerator is 1. Denominator is any other number except for 0 and 1. Part 3. Write down the relevant values in the boxes. 2 is equal to 2 times blank. 5 is equal to 5 times 2 upon 5 basically this is. So if I multiply this 5 by 3, I have to multiply the top also by 3. 2 times 3 is 6, 5 times 3 is 15. You get equivalent fractions. Part 4, fill in the blanks by inserting one of the symbols greater than, less than or equal appropriately. So here 1 upon 5 and 3 upon 5. Denominators are the same. When the denominators are the same, the larger one is with the larger numerator. So here 3 is bigger than 1. Mouth is open that side, greater than, less than side. 2 over 7 or 2 over 9. When the numerators are the same, the larger one is the one with the smaller denominator. So that's this one is a smaller denominator. 2 pieces out of 7 is larger than 2 pieces out of 9. So this is large, greater than. Here we have 2 over 3 or 4 over 6. So 4 over 6 as an equivalent fraction. If I divide up and down by 2, 4 divided by 2 is 2, 6 divided by 2 is 3, 2 upon 3. It's the same. These two are the same, equal. Half and 3 upon 4. Half, equivalent fraction I can write as 2 upon 4. If I multiply up and down both by 2, 1 times 2, 2, 2 times 2, 4. 2 upon 4, 3 upon 4, which is larger? 3 upon 4 is larger. So this is larger than this is larger than this is equal, it's larger than this. Question number 5. Sandhuni covered her umbrella using the multiples of 6 between 1 and 25. Write down all the numbers which she used to cover the umbrella. Right. So multiples of 6 between 1 and 25. Let's start. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. And 6 times 4 is 24. She used all the factors of a number which is between 1 and 25 to the umbrella holder and wrote them as a figure. What is the number which she used to write the factors? So all the factors of this number which is between 1 and 25 to the umbrella holder and wrote them as a figure. What is the number which you used to write the factors? So the number is 12. Here we get 12. She inserted the largest number which is less than 25 and divided by 5 to the point. What is that number? To the point A. Largest number which is less than 25 and divided by 5 to the point A. Yeah, so which can be divided by 5. Largest number less than 25 which can be divided by 5 is 20. Write down all the factors of 19. Very easy. Only 1 and 19. It's a prime number. Same number and 1. Part B. There are 20 books and it should be wrapped as follows. There should be an equal number of books in every parcel or in one parcel. How many ways are there to wrap these 20 books? Right. 20 books to be wrapped. Equal number of books in every parcel or in one parcel. So if you put one parcel, there are 20 books in one parcel. Equal number of books, we can have 2 times 10, 4 times 5, or we can have 5 times 4, 10 times 2, 20 times 1. These are the possible ways. Question number 6. Write down 2.32 in words. 2.32. Not 32, 32. Write down each fraction below in decimal form. 7 upon 10. We write the numerator as it is 7. 10 has 1 0, so 1 decimal place, 0.7. 11 upon 100. Again write the numerator as it is 11. 100 has 2 zeros, so 2 decimal places, 0.11. 2 upon 5. 2 upon 5, I can make it an equivalent fraction. If I can multiply up and down both by 2, I get 10 here, I get 4 here, 4 upon 10. Then again using the same way I did 7 upon 10, it will be 0.4. Part 3, evaluate 4.7 plus 3.5. Right. 7 plus 5, 12. Remainder 1. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. 8.2. Part 4. Represent each of the numbers below on an abacus. Right. So 12.3. No? Tens. 1 upon 10. 1 upon 100. Tens. How many tens are there? 1. How many 1? Sorry. This is 1. This is 1 upon. This should be 1s. This should be 1 upon 10. 1 tenth. Units 2. 1, 2. And 1 upon 10 there are 3. 1, 2, 3. Here 4.21. Here units, tenths and hundredths. How many units? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many tenths? 2. 1, 2. How many 1 upon hundredths? 1. 4, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3. Question number 7. Shehan drew a fish which was in his fish tank using the foot ruler. His sister Devmi, who is studying grade 6, said that, "Brother, our teacher taught us today the lesson angles, and she marked 4 angles as A, B, C and D on the figure below." Right. So there are 4 angles, A, B, C and D. Write the suitable letters within brackets which Devmi has marked on the figure. Acute angle. Acute means less than 90. This is 90. This is definitely more than 90. This is also more than 90. So that less than 90 is this one, which is A. Right angle is the one which is 90 degrees marked with a small square like this. That's D. Obtuse is more than 90, less than 180. So if you take this one, this is definitely more than 180. This is definitely less than 180. This is C. Obtuse is C. So A, D, C are the answers. Part B. Jayani started and B is a reflex angle. Reflex, that's B. Reflex angle is B. This is a reflex angle. That is more than 180, less than 360. Part B. Jayani started her way at X and went 25 meters to the east and stopped at Y. Then she went another 25 meters to northeast and stopped at C. Draw a rough diagram for above details. So we start at a particular point X. The 4 directions are like this: north, south, south is at the bottom, east and west. North, east, west, south, right? So from X, 25 meters east, that means to the right. From X, stopped at Y. Then she again went another 25 meters to northeast and stopped at Z. Northeast is between north and east at a 45-degree angle. Right. In which direction is y from C? Y from C. From C, y is downwards to the left. Downwards to the left is downwards to the left. That's between south and west, southwest. Part 3, write down the name of the instrument which is used to find the directions correctly. That's called the compass. Two liters of water can be filled to a certain water bottle. If the water bottle contains 1 liter and 75 milliliters of water, at present, how much more water is required to fill the bottle completely? 2 liters, and the current one has 1 liter 75 milliliters. How much more do you have to add to get to 2 liters? 2 liters is 2000 milliliters. 1 liter 75 milliliters is 1075 milliliters. So from 2000, if you subtract 1075, you get 5, 2, 9, 925 milliliters.